So welcome back at Late Podcast. We had some technical difficulties there, but we are in the building. What I was about to say, was I think that's what these camera companies do to get you to buy like more and more stuff. Because if you buy a camera and it work, it just work, right? So how you come back? You
You either
gotta
gonna sell me a crappy camera, which means I'm not gonna come back, or else you gotta, well, you need this attachment to do this, and then you need this attachment to do that. And you did it.
Yeah, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. Speaking of, so I won't even. Well, I did want to mention it, but I had a technical difficulty just 2 days ago.
What had
It
happened?
lasted for 2 days. So the audio equipment I use, right? It started making this crackling noise real loud out of my headphones. And I was like, that's never happened before. I've had this thing for 2 years, so it's out of warranty. I can't, get anything replaced for free. So I'm like, I'm not trying to spend this money. This is crazy. So I went online, Google search everything I can. Of course, a Facebook group pops up and they talking about it. Facebook is really good for complaining. If people got issues
Oh yes,
similar to yours, you go find it on Facebook for sure.
yes.
And this dude had he complained in there, and then I'm reading through the threads, and then he finally gets it solved by doing this, and he's responding to people, right? So I'm like, okay, bet I'm gonna go do that. Did that, and it worked for exactly 2 minutes, and then it went right back to crackling again. I was just like, so I guess I'm just not gonna know if the audio is good anymore because I would have no way of using my headphones. It was so loud you would be able to hear it right now. It was terrible.
So you were able to fix it some type of way.
So here's the thing. Today, when I woke up and turned it on, I just did a quick little, and hey, we making it work. We
Come on,
making it
Lord.
work.
Come on, Lord. Jesus said, "My son, I got you."
That's all it took. So we gonna figure this yellow box out. It's
We
quite all
are,
right.
but I'm nice and clear. You can see me really good.
Exactly.
Me in here.
Yeah. Look, we even up the production quality. Look at this. We got a nice little background.
Come in here, fancy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So I want to
See,
thank
she my
everybody
shirt.
out there who's listening on OaklandSunshine.com. We go live every Sunday, 7 a.m. or a little later. Who knows with the technical difficulty sometimes. But
We
please
do our
believe
best.
we'll be here. Oh man, so I didn't actually have the time to bring up any topics because I literally was dealing with that crackling issue for the last 2 days. So like I couldn't focus on nothing else. I was like, this is terrible. Like what am I gonna do? I was thinking about like really just putting it up for sale and being like,
Throw all this shit away.
done with technology.
Oh goodness, that could just be the topic right there. Just technical difficulties in life, because that was my week. It's like, oh, it's Valentine's Day. I love holidays. I love celebrating. Any excuse to dress up, like will like be festive. It doesn't even have to be like a dress up, but any excuse to be festive, I'm here for it. So love me a good Valentine's Day. A majority of the week was good. And then when the shit hit the fan, it was like, oh, this is elephant shit. Oh my God. This is it just kept hitting me. And I was like, oh, okay. But the positive thing was that it kind of brought me back to what we talked about last week, having celebrating the small things. Like when I actually like, so I need to do my taxes at some point eventually, whatever. And I looked at my
You
numbers
too.
because I stopped I stopped calculating my expenses for my business because I was like, this has gotten completely out of hand and it's just gonna make me sad. So stop looking at that. So I was like, I just keep adding, okay, I bought this, 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 I bought this. Okay, we just okay.
10 pages later.
Just it's I do it in a note. I should probably do it on something that has pages, but I just do a little quick little note on my phone. Just keep, okay, this is what I spent January, itemize, February, itemize, whatever.
Mhm.
And so I started calculating, and then I started calculating how much I had earned, da da da. And I was like, okay, so I'm busy focused on like, because I haven't gotten this big ticket lump sum client, it's like, oh well, I ain't really made no money this month or da da da. And it's like, no, actually, you did. You did pretty good this month, and it's the 20th now. Well, yeah, I did it yesterday, so it's the 19th now. And then some other stuff had happened, and it was just like, yeah, let's count our blessings because things could be a lot worse.
Yeah,
So
at least you
I ain't gonna
win.
go into all the details on camera. I'm gonna tell you about that later, cousin talk. But yeah, it was a moment where it was like, yeah, baby, count your blessings because it could have been another way in the
Yeah,
in the in the name of Sunday and talking about Jesus and everything. So that's been my week,
tell me
and it
about
sounds
it.
like that's similar to be yours too.
Yeah, I mean, I still got to do my taxes as well, and
We got to
I
April.
always think
I
about
ain't in
it
no rush.
like I always think about it like this. At least I was blessed enough this year to be able to afford these things, you know, like because
Yes,
it is a lot of spending when you think
yes,
about it.
God.
When
Because
my
even when
whole
you told me the stuff that I needed to get, I was like, okay, throw it in the cart, baby, baby, hold on. Then
mm,
I started looking like, okay, what do we need? Okay, this can wait. This one that costs
eh,
more than $100. This one can wait.
that's the one you put on. What's it called? Save for later. We gonna save that for
Oh
later.
yes, yes, yes. Might even put it in the cart and then save it for later because you can add it to your wish list. But then when you save it for later in the cart, it'll give you an update if the price change.
Yep.
So I be doing that just in case it go on sale. Let me know, then I might be able to buy it.
Oh man, that happened to me. What was it? Not too long ago, I bought a weight for my camera, and I think it was like $80.
What
And
does
then I
that
put
do?
it. So when I'm outside, like the tripod, if it's windy, I don't want my camera to fall over. So you
Um,
can purchase a weight to attach to the tripod, makes it heavier, so it stays planted. And it was like $80 because like it's not too heavy, but it's heavy enough where you got to pay a little bit more in shipping. And I guess when I put it in the safe for later, the guy went up on price like the next
oh
week. He
yeah,
was
they
like, "Oh,"
do.
I was like, "What?"
Like, well, since this selling kind of fast or whatever they thing is, I'm like, shut it.
So later, today's price is not yesterday's
Right.
price.
You can give me like $3 off. No, you went up 10. Yeah. Like, I was gonna buy it. Give me
For
a second.
real, for real.
I wonder if they can see that because I've never sold anything on Amazon. So I wonder if they can see like, oh, 150 people have this in their cart, and you like, I got 75 pieces of inventory. Let me go ahead and boost this price and let make some of these people hurry up and buy.
I'm
Hurry up and
so
buy.
I'm so sure they can. Anything you do on the internet, trust the person who built the website can see it on the other end. So they definitely know. And then I think that's like the features that they charge you for right there. They're like, oh, we could charge people for this feature so they can, you know.
Makes sense. Because that's what I've noticed with some of the courses that I've been taking just about business and marketing and stuff like that. The For people who sell physical products, I guess that's what you call it. Yeah, product because it's digital products too. So yeah, physical products. They have you can view abandoned cart feature. So if just like I said,
Mm,
somebody puts it, let's say somebody put something in Oakland Sunshine's cart and they don't buy, then I don't know how you see it, but they're telling that particular course was basically saying how you could um send an email directly to those people who have those items in your cart like, hey, we saw that you was looking at some but you didn't complete your purchase. What's up, girl? You want 15% off? Like, come on. And I
mm,
was like, I'm not to that point yet and I don't have physical products, so we're gonna hold off on that.
for real.
But it is a good idea. I can see because some people might have forgot or it's kind of like window shopping but online. So if it's like, you're gonna give me 15% off, then you know what, maybe I can afford this, and then they go ahead and buy it. Or the opposite, like old boy did you and was like, no, I'm gonna go up in price.
Yeah.
You gonna buy this or no?
Yeah. Because when you keep doing that 15% off thing, then it's like, well, like we was just talking about at the end of the month, you'd be like, I ain't making any money.
Yeah. I be dang.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
More technical
Uh-oh.
difficulties. Thank you for staying with us.
Be right back after these sponsors.
Ooh, with the bars too.
That was classic, though. I kind of like that. I missed that. A lot of people wouldn't even know what that was if you're too young.
Let me see what happens if I do this. What? Oh, okay. Let me stop pressing buttons. Okay. I'm going to keep my hands down. I thought I was helping. I
Um,
was not. I was like, oh, maybe this will do something. What you don't want it to do is what it's gonna do. Okay.
It's a new filter.
Without me. No. No, see this face, okay?
Oh gosh. So I took the time finally. My biggest thing is I don't like doing graphic design. So that's the one thing in my business that I will gladly pay someone to do is graphic design for me. But
Mhm.
I took the time and made some flyers. So it's official. I'm doing my 10 a.m. jump with me right after the podcast. I head down to the
Woo-woo.
beach. Yep. So start promoting that a lot more now. And I was just thinking about like these flyers. How do people stay motivated to make those? Like, because that's all we do now on Instagram or all these platforms. Is like I remember just having to actually print the flyer, go to a print shop, put them on, hand them to people, put them on cards, hand them out. Now it's just like now I'm just graphic designing just to post it. It's so crazy to me.
I think that just has to be your passion, just like for some people like myself. Editing is where my issue comes in. Can I do it? Yes. Do I want to? No. So sometimes my videos be a little behind. Like I haven't posted a blonde moment on my YouTube channel in quite some time because I have two saved in my phone. I just was like, I really don't want to edit this, but how else is it gonna get up? And I'm not the type to just, even though it's not even much editing that needs to be done, it's more so just trim the beginning and the end. That's how sorry I am. I have gotten, and maybe I still have to listen all the way through just to make sure, because sometimes, me knowing how to be on camera, I'll stumble a little bit, and instead of me being like, oh, just keep talking, no, redo that. You remember the last thing that you said, redo that part, and then
Yeah.
continue. So I need to cut those little things out. But yeah, I'm gonna get on it, but I think it's just that just becomes the you gotta I guess you gotta look at it differently, because when you think about it, that's with anything creating online, just because people consume content so fast. So it's like they may save the flyer and then move on with life, and then it may take them a month to actually tune in to you. Or you make a reel or a video, a TikTok or something, they watch and it's like, haha, move on. Like they
Yeah.
consume content so fast. So then it'd be like, ugh, I put my heart and my soul into this flyer, into this video. Ooh, nothing grinds my gears more than me. Like I've told you this before, where I put a whole lot of effort into this TikTok, and then I post it and I come back like 2 hours later and it's a little zero at the bottom. I'm like, so don't nobody want to look at my shit? Really?
What
But
y'all
then the
do?
one that I just do randomly of, which I get that with the algorithm or whatever, it's a popular filter that they have, and I use that. And then all of a sudden, that one in an hour, I got 200 views from that. It's like, eh, what the,
Yeah.
so it's hard to stay motivated when stuff like that keeps happening. But I'm just like, you just got to keep putting it out there, because you never know what's the thing that's going to go viral, or that that's going to resonate with that client, that's going to make them want to purchase with you, work with you, whatever. So I just
Yeah.
I was in that mindset for quite a while. So I can't even say I'm fully out of it, but I'm trying to push through it this week, because for me, I try to do a blog post every Monday. And even though I get a decent response for my blog posts, because it's just something to get more people to my website, another way to give out information. And yeah, when I'm like, I'm typing all these words, niggas don't even read no more. Like, why am I really doing this?
Yeah.
So I haven't done a blog post this month, or have I? I think I might have did one for February 1st, and or well, that would have been January then, because February 1st was a Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. So I always do it on a Monday. So yeah, but I'm like, that's not, you just got to put it out there, because who knows, for your situation and mine, somebody may go to the website and then they may binge watch all of your workout videos and then decide to hire you as their trainer. And for me, they may binge read my entire blog and be like, oh, she know what the fuck she talking about, let me hire her. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to psych myself into thinking that versus the negative, focusing on the positive. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I really need to do. Because Lord, this entrepreneurship journey, you'll slip into depression quick. So I'm like, ooh, let me focus on the positive. Let me see the silver lining. Jesus help me see it.
Definitely. I know I was making this post today and I was like, now typically you see trainers post videos and they're doing these. The ones I hate are the ones where they're like, oh, they're doing some crazy workout. I'm holding the dumbbell with one arm while I'm suspended in the air training. I'm like, is that what people are aspiring to do these days? Or is that just something you do to get attention? Like, I'm not understanding what is it really doing? Because you can't do that consistently. Like, there's no need to. So I'm
Ooh,
like, I'm gonna just make a post. I'm gonna just have I thanks to Fiverr. I have to big shout out to Fiverr because using that has helped me with my graphics so much. So I made this post and it's animated. So I had them take my logo and then like animate it real quick for like
mhm.
20 seconds. But it's like an all black background. And then I put this beat to it.
Did you
And
post it on Instagram yesterday?
yeah,
I saw it. I saw it. It looks
yeah.
good.
And I was like, that's like, like I just put the words there. If you want to read it, you can read it. But is to the point enough to where it's like, if you want to hire a trainer, like just go further, call me, do something. I'm like, I don't need the whole video of me like doing something in action and everything and making it. It's like I just keep watching these videos online though, and I'm like, these trainers are doing the most. Like y'all just be
Absolutely.
bored and just like, I gotta have content. I gotta get a million views. Like, no, I need real people. I need real people to come view me and enjoy it and support it. And that's it.
I don't know if he's a trainer, but as soon as you said that, even though that's not exactly what you said, but what's his name? Like Groovin Gorilla, the guy who takes a bite of food and then all of a sudden this enormous man is just dancing and twerking in the restaurant and stuff.
I don't
I'm
know who
like,
that.
I don't even know if you're a trainer, you just big for no reason, but that's exactly what my mind went.
Yeah, he was just in a Snoop Dogg video too. I was like, man, well, I guess that's what it's for.
If
Yeah,
you get enough views, yeah, the right people see you, they'll put you somewhere.
yeah,
So,
just another stream of income.
yes. Oh, I got something on that. So, what I've been focused on as of late, and when I mean as of late, I literally mean within the last like 3 4 days, is trying to find, which we talked about this a little bit the last time, but I think we're both kind of focusing on that to figure out what's something that you can do one time and get paid for multiple times. So, a push up is going to be a push up, a workout is going to be a workout for you. Like if you happen to like record your workouts and then you have like maybe a beginner workout for certain people and then you can send that to them, you don't ever have to do that again. Of course, you can work out with your clients on live, but if you just have somebody who you just, this is your video, this is your training, whatever, go like that. And so for me, I was like, I need to figure out what I can do. And I am super excited. It's an exclusive here. You heard it here first. Okay. Listen in good. All right.
All right. Bow, bow, bow. We need some sound effects.
I realized last night I was like doing something similar. I'm like typing out this guide so that way when I start working with clients, hey, this is the stuff that you need. This is the direction that we're going in. This is how you map out your social media strategy. This is how you come up with a marketing campaign. I'm typing all this out. And then it dawned on me at like 2 o'clock in the morning because for some reason my brain just wouldn't slow down so I could go to sleep. And then I had to take my sister to the airport at 3. So that was not a good look, but whatever. We're not going to talk about that. Maybe 1 o'clock because I did take a little piece of a nap. Either way, regardless. Yeah, so I realized I was like, this is an ebook that you're writing. And it's never been my dream, my thought, none of that. I was just like, okay, I'll just do a course. That's always been my mindset that at some point I'll get to the point with my offer for my services that I'll do things digitally, and which most of the time I do, but do something similar to like, well, not similar, do a course, and I'm just going to, because that's what I've heard so many times, I'm just going to record the course, and then those videos, when the next cohort comes through, let's say if I only offer this course every quarter or whatever, when the next cohort comes through, I can just give them the videos from the very first one that I did, and as
Mm.
long as the information doesn't change, which for the most part it doesn't with social media. God dang it. Which for the most part, it doesn't with social media. Then I can just, send that out to the next group and the next and the next and the next, whatever, keep going
Yeah.
forward. But then when I realized like you're this you can break this up into chapters because I'm getting really detailed into like, no, here is a worksheet for how you can do this part. Here is fill this out to create this part. And I was like, oh, girl, I messed around. I'm about to write a whole ebook. Okay, so it's got me like more motivated. Like
Yeah.
I said, when I'm looking at the bits and pieces of it, I can break up pieces of that, not give the full information just because I'm not trying to give out the whole book, which is now a book. I'm just, working on that part. But well, mentally, because I just thought about it when I was asleep. I hadn't actually opened up my laptop to start working on it today. But we're gonna get to that a little bit later on today. It's still early. But yeah, so I lost my train of thought. Hold on. Yeah, so nope, lost it again. God, what was I talking about? The book, and
The
then
ebook. Yeah, you were talking
oh,
about.
yes, taking pieces of it so then I can be like, okay, this portion where I'm talking about your social media strategy, like this is stuff like what I tell my clients when you create a video or when you're creating content, you want to be able to use it more than once. So for the clients where I actually post for them, where I'm their social media manager, okay, I need you to make these videos. And then once they make those videos, okay, the video is going to be used depending on the length. If they don't follow instructions. And I'm like, I need this video to be 1 minute or less. And let's say they talk for 5 minutes. Okay, well, now I got to chop this video up. And now it's 1 minute fragments a piece. Hopefully I can, get it to do right. But if I have to and make it one IGTV video, okay. And then the parts that I can cut up and make into 1 minute videos, okay, now we got 1 or 2 reels, hopefully 3 to 5, but sometimes you can't cut it off right in a minute or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully now I got some reels out of this. All right, now let me type out this information into a static post. That's another piece of content. All right, well, people like carousels too, because you don't want to put too much in the little box. So let me make some of those swipe through carousel posts. That's another form of content. So out of this one video, we just got multiple pieces of content out of that. So that's what I'm like, okay, I need to make sure that I'm doing that for my own self, which I am for my graphics. But that's when I realized, like I said, this ebook could still become a course, but it may be easier for me to launch it as an ebook first before I do it as a course. And then that's a way that this, and then also taking snippets from it and posting it to the blog. That's multiple ways for me to get use out of this content that I'm working really hard on. So I'm excited about that. That was like a great revelation this morning, and I feel really good about myself, and I feel smart.
Oh yeah. That's definitely something you have to do. That was the reason I originally started Oakland Sunshine, because when I worked at a gym, we had the owner, basically he had a website where his Miami gym live streamed their trainers, and then those became the back catalog basically.
Mm-hmm.
So when people went to the website, they could just watch all the old videos, right? So he was like, he was making all the money off of that. Like, he wasn't really making much money at our gym. The Miami gym was crazy because it's Miami,
Right.
but like, just looking at his business structure from that standpoint was like, oh well, I need my own website. I'm going to be relying on just that one time being able to do this personal training here. And then once I'm done with that client, then it's over, But now with recording my sessions or recording videos and making programs and putting them out like that, I can put them in sections and chapters and different ways on my website and sell it as a package now. And just like you said, the ebook is a great idea. I want to do that too. But
Let's do it. Let's launch books this year. We're going to be authors. Oh my gosh, that was never even on our vision board. We were just going to be media moguls, and look at us branching off into other arenas.
yeah. Yeah, speaking of other arenas, I wanted to do a subscription box because I wanted to get more shirts and like gear. Like, I have these uh incredible joggers. Like, let me tell you, and it's just got my patch on it, nothing too crazy, but they're
Oh, I need a pair.
they're sweat resistant.
I
You
think it's fair.
know, they wick moisture. So
I
like even
want
if
them.
you get them wet, you know, if you're at the beach, like I like to work out at the beach and you go out into the water. As soon as you come back out, you know, in the air, 10, 20 minutes, they dry again. You know, like it's an incredible jogger. And I've been trying to get them out there to the people. So I want to do a subscription box. And I was like, well, how can I do a subscription box where it makes sense?
Mhm.
So I did a domestic athlete training membership. So if the people get the memberships, they're going to get either a pair of joggers or a t-shirt or something every month, you know, something different,
Mhm.
and a couple other things just to keep them inspired every month. But, you know, I think that's the best way to do it because obviously it's really hard to just sell some joggers when there's Adidas out there and Nike and all these other companies, you know, so I got to make it, you know, more of like a, okay, you know, for the people out there who listen and they want to support, that's a great way to do it. And it's an awesome product too. So
Absolutely. Support. Make sure that you take pictures in it because I'm about to support. How many colors you got? Because I didn't, I don't know if I told you, but I started working out this past week and I did really good. I fell off because I had a moment that we got to talk about later and I didn't, but I did work out 3 or 4 times this week. I think it was,
or four. It was or four. It was or four. It
let's
was
say three and
or
a half.
it was or four.
But I'm like, and I was at the gym. Okay. So it's been a while since I worked out, and I thankfully have not gotten much bigger over the years. It's been a little fluctuation, but for the most part, I'm a girl. My clothes have a bunch of elastic in them. So if my pants, like even my jeans, I always bought jeggings. What? The only time I get rid of them is if I'm wearing them, and then my sister is like, your inseam is screaming right there. Go ahead, and we don't do hand me ups, we do hand me downs because I'm bigger than my I'm the big little sister.
Okay.
So so when my pants get too tight, I give them to my big, I give them up to my big sister. So my little big sister. So I was working out, that we went to the gym on, okay, so it was 4 because I went to the gym Thursday. That's when the shit hit the fan that we're gonna talk about later. So I went to the gym on Thursday and uh I was working out and I could see he got me on the hack squat machine. My friend that I went to the gym with, he got me on the hack squat machine. And as I'm squatting down, I've had these tights. I used to work at American Eagle in like 2009, 2010.
Okay.
They're tights, they stretch and they don't have any holes in them, so I wear them, whatever. But usually I wear them around the house as leisure. Like you said, it motivates me. It makes me feel like I worked out, even though I didn't. Plus, they're comfortable.
Exactly. But you ready to go if you have to work out. You
Anytime.
never
Let me
know.
see, that's the blind moment that I ain't even posted yet. I was like, me wearing tights all the time. Well, not all the time, but like when I'm out and stuff. It's just like when men wear basketball shorts. You never know when you're gonna be a part of a pickup game. You gotta be ready.
Exactly.
You never know when they're gonna be doing yoga in the parking lot. I gotta be ready. Okay. so so I was like, okay, I'm in the hack squat machine. As I'm squatting down, I'm like, I can see my knees. Like it's shearing because I'm stretching the fabric.
Oh goodness.
And my friend is gay. So I let him know. I was like, friend, I think I can see through my tights a little bit. He said, yeah, you coochie out to the whole world. I said, oh no. And then it was a wide hack squat too. It's a man directly in front of me doing whatever on his machine. I'm like, well, he told me most of these people at this gym is gay, so I hope that he is. Otherwise, he just
Uh,
got a nice little peekaboo. Now, I wore
look,
underwear. It wasn't just a straight up, lips to the world. But I need.
inspiration,
I
at
was
least.
just saying that I needed to get me some new pants, some new workout bottoms. And why would I purchase? Because I love me some Amazon. We had, during my technical difficulties, part of the reason why the show was late, because I had to go through boxes of stuff that I have purchased off of Amazon. And I was just thinking the other day, I was like, oh, I could probably find like 3 pair of tights for whatever. Why would I do that when my whole cousin got a whole athletic wear line when I could just support him? So that's what
Exactly.
we're gonna do, and get me some Oakland Sunshine pants, and I'm gonna take me some pictures in it and stuff. So, why not be a model? You can, I'm saying to the people out there, go ahead and purchase it. Because if you take a picture in your Nike stuff, is Nike gonna repost you? Probably not. Adidas, no. But Oakland Sunshine might, okay. And then you can just be cute to the world, not just to your little friends. So that's a thought.
Mm-hmm.
But seriously, I am going to purchase some pants because I want some new joggers. And then what you're describing sounds amazing because I'm in Georgia. I don't get to go to the beach as much or work out near the water, but God dang it. I get going good and it just don't want me to be great. I don't understand. So, anyways, um, I'm considering getting a membership at LA Fitness and they do have the pool there. So what if I just get like a wild hair in my ass and I decide, you know what, I'm gonna go swimming and then I'm gonna go actually like work out on some machines or something. The moisture wicking will like, whoo, let me cool you off while you in here working out. So I'm
Exactly.
excited. They sound great and I'm going to find out because I'm buying some. That's
Exactly.
right. I'm purchasing. I could get them for free. I could ask for a discount, but that's not how we support Black businesses, especially in Black History Month. And yes, I had to be extra black today. I don't know if y'all saw my shirt, but I just wanted to put that out there. We gonna can you see? Can you see it?
Oh yeah,
And my
radiate.
earrings, yes, because I hadn't
That's
been Black AF on this podcast like I truly am. So I was like, I got to do it at least one time for Black History Month. Come on now. What's the
yeah.
blackest shirt I got? This ain't it, but this was the one that wasn't wrinkled. So we went with this one.
Do y'all have the Black Joy Parade down there too?
I'm gonna say no because I ain't never heard of that, but
Oh
I
yeah.
don't be going outside either, so it's very
Oh,
possible we do, and
gotcha.
I just don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, we have the Black Joy Parade out here. I was like, that's right on time too.
Okay, okay. But yes, I'm excited about that. Like just getting healthier. I do feel better. I do feel sore, but I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. Just that whole no pain, no gain. So I can't just wake up and I mean, I'm already a bad bitch, but you know what I'm saying? Be a badder bitch. By going to the gym and stuff, I'm going to have to actually put in some work and strain my muscles and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But it's like, it's a good feeling. I feel accomplished. Like I did that.
Someone explained it really well. They said when you, especially when you do it in the morning, but no matter what time of day you do it, everything else doesn't even seem hard. It's like you've already done the hardest thing you can do for the day. So like everything else is like, okay, this is a cakewalk. It's
Not a
like
morning person. So I don't know about that,
but
but
your body physically is like, yo, you just, lifted 38 million pounds and did a full hour. You did some box jumps and you did all of this incredible stuff. So these taxes really like, is that really that
it's
hard?
not that bad. You right. You right. I can see that. But I'm a night person. Just getting up early in the morning is just
No, but even
no.
then, if you work out, you know how hard
But
it
I
is
feel
to work
accomplished
out.
before I go to bed. Yeah, because I've had the entire day, and it's like you still mustered up enough energy to work out for an hour.
That's
Because
exactly.
that's the thing with me getting started. I feel like I know as I do more and I get I don't want to say faster with the moves, but like I'm going slower now because I'm not trying to hurt myself and him too as well. My friend that I go to the gym with, he's not pushing me to just be like, no, squat faster or nothing like that. Like, no, I want to make sure my form is right. Nobody trying to pop a knee out of place. I ain't trying to go to the hospital. So, but I
Trying to
know
make
once
it 6 months, trying to make it a year.
right. So I know like once I get more comfortable and better, I can put on more weights or I can, go longer on the elliptical and things like that. I tried this whole jump rope shit that you said. And it sound when you just say it like, yeah, 30 minutes is nothing. Let me tell you something, okay?
You
30
take
minutes is a long ass fucking time.
Yeah, the
I forgot,
first
like,
time. Oh yeah.
whew, I was like, okay, I was just going and I was jumping pretty fast. I was like, I can do 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm getting this.
Mhm.
Whew. I know that I done at least been jumping for 10 minutes. 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Oh, I'm about to pull my stuff out. Almost fell out outside. I was like, what type of witchery is this? Did time stop? I just knew I had been going for a long time. No, no, ma'am.
Mm.
You have no concept of time. That is not how long you've been jumping at all.
Now that's why I add the hit with it because you jump rope maximum 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna do either some like free weights or some push-ups. If we have a pull-up bar, I'll do some pull-ups or something. But then you go right back into jump roping, and then over time you've done 30 minutes of jump rope. So you got to psych yourself out too.
He didn't
So
say that shit
y-
last week. He said
y-
jump rope 30 minutes,
no,
treadmill
oh
30
no, I
minutes.
will definitely do straight up jump rope 30 minutes because I like to jump rope. Like, and once you get to that point, that's the thing, is to build the endurance. The way you feel on that first day will not be the way you feel on that 30th day, because the breathing you're able to do at the end of like consistently jump roping for 30 minutes is like none other. So literally anything you do, because you start and like maybe you go what 30 seconds and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna catch my breath.
Mm-hmm.
And then by, day 15, you go 2 minutes before you're like, okay, now I gotta catch my breath. And you're like, whoa. So imagine when
Okay.
you're going like 10 minutes, like, yeah, okay, I got this. That's
I
what
was
it's
definitely
about.
in the day one mode, and it humbled the fuck
Exactly.
out of me because I was like, I'm pretty good. Bitch, you are out of shape. No, no,
Exactly.
ma'am. The most you
Yeah.
do, my bedroom is upstairs. You take 15 steps a couple
Hmm.
times a day. That's your exercise. And I
Yeah.
walk my dog, but even still, it's like it's not a leisure walk. It's kind of like how the old people power walk in the mall. But like you said, building up the endurance, I've built up my endurance to power walk a mile in about mm,
Oh,
I don't even know how fast. I think
do you
because
have any hills?
mm-mm, it's
Oh,
completely flat in my neighborhood. So it's a little piece of a hill if I go one direction where it like slopes down and comes back
little
up, but
piece
it's
of the
not.
hill.
I'm just saying it's not that
Let me
big.
tell you about the Bay Area. It's so many hills. When I first started working out, so my sister, my very first like structured routine when I got out here was with her, and we would jog 4 miles, and it was uphill.
Oh hell no. So you didn't mention that last week either. You said 4 miles, but you didn't say it was uphill.
Uphill.
Let me tell you, if I be trying to find hills though, it's an area in my neighborhood. I'd be like, we're gonna do some long strides here because we're gonna get this booty right. I like
Three
some upstairs movement now.
380 pounds pushing uphill.
Yeah,
That was hard.
yeah, just walking that far.
My gosh.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
then when I got to the treadmill, see, and that was another thing that it was kind of a good thing I did that, because by the time she told me, okay, now you're just gonna do the treadmill and you put the incline on, I was like, this ain't no hill.
I'll take it. Compared to that shit, I'll take it.
For real. Better than passing out in the street. Shoot.
Oh goodness, that is
Yeah. I'm about
something
to
else.
get back into it. My goal is to do 30 days. So that way people, when they train with me every Sunday, I don't be out there winded, because it's gonna take some time. I remember when I started training um for an actual class every week, I was like, oh yeah, this is my time. I'm happy. I'm excited. And by the end of that week, I was like, my body was like, yo, you ain't doing nothing. You ain't gonna finna do nothing else. Like, don't get up, don't move. Cause I was teaching like 3 classes a day almost.
Dang.
Yeah. So imagine 3 workouts. And like when you think the trainer stops, you know, like because he just showed you the movement and then now you keep going while I walk around, you're like, oh no, that's not a breeze. Like, especially when you do it 3 times a day.
Right. Right. I cannot imagine once a day is enough for me.
Yeah. And even now, so also when you walk into class, especially my hit class, I have to rehearse that. That's not like I just know all of these movements. Like, no, I have to rehearse that. So before you even got to me, I've already done this 12 times. Like, it's a lot. Like, I have this video I have to watch because I got these movements I want to relearn again. And the full training is 55 minutes, but you train to a certain like music, like they have their own music, right?
Hmm.
So you're also using your memory the whole time, like, okay, wait, hold on. So you're like using your mental and your physical at the same time. It's because the way the beat is set up is not like a regular song where like, okay, and we're done. Like, no, the beat leads up to something, then we change the movement, then it leads up to something else, and then we change the movement. And I have to listen for that.
Right.
And people in the class are like, how does he know what to do? Like, the music is
I
changing.
studied this shit. That's how I know. Okay. I'm tired.
I was so nervous the first time I had to teach that class because I was like, I'm such a written person. So I was like, okay, well, I could just break it down. And we had these white markers, these whiteboard markers in the gym, and we had mirrors all around. working out around mirrors is the best, but we had mirrors all around. And I wrote the whole workout on every mirror. Yeah. It was like, who's this nigga out to teach today? Why is there
Don't
so
worry
much?
about that. You look at yourself and look at me. That's it.
I was nervous as hell.
We will be Googling how to fix that. So, you know.
Definitely. Oh gosh, or maybe we'll just have to record up until then, then we'll edit.
Cause I was like, I
I'm
know
not.
when I do videos on my camera, it only records for 20 minutes. But I'm like, this cannot be 20 minutes. Maybe this is only 10 that my camera stays awake. I don't know.
Oh, it's like a power save. Maybe that's what you have to do. Turn the power save off. Cause your camera, like, well, you didn't hit record, so you
Right.
ain't doing nothing.
You
That
ain't
makes
taking no
sense.
pictures, so
Yeah.
gotta Google how to do that
And that's probably
along with the
why,
yellow box.
just thinking, that's probably why they had to make the webcam utility so the camera knows it's being used as a webcam. But that's another story,
It's another thing to figure out.
isn't it? So I think what we did figure out though is focus. We found some focus for the week. We're headed into it with a solid plan. You
Yes.
know, and I think that's a great thing. When you have that plan, I still need to take the time to sit down and actually write out the next 30 days of workouts, and then I also have to get this link fixed on my website. It's a whole ordeal dealing with a website. And if there's anybody out there who's ever built a website who listens to this podcast, please text me. I need
Hit
a
a
friend in
nigga
this. I need a friend in this because this is, I couldn't imagine. Could you imagine having to run Instagram as a website? Like if you thought up in your head, oh, I'm going to make an app called Instagram and I'm going to let people post pictures and then run this.
The coding alone already has me like, well, that's just an idea that's going to be birthed and die in my head because no. Let me tell
Six.
you something. I love WordPress because whatever features it gives me, that's what I'm gonna use. If I can't figure it out, if it don't offer it, I guess I don't need it then because I'm not about to do that. Mm-mm. I tried with the closest I come to that is when what is that thing called? The Pixel. Having to figure that out to do Facebook ads and stuff, putting the Pixel on my website and on my
Oh, yeah.
what's that other website called? ClickFunnels. I'm through after that. Once I had to figure that out. Once
Oh,
I actually went deeper into it, I was like, oh yeah, I can run these for people and da da da. And then I was like, you don't like this. You shouldn't do this for other people. You don't want to do this for your damn self. So just
click
don't
funnels.
offer this as no. Oh, you talking about that?
Click funnels.
Ooh.
It was a whole lot. I couldn't.
I had thankfully my business coach actually did like that was part of my joining his program. They actually had a coach to break down every single step. So break down how ClickFunnels goes into active campaign, goes into schedule once and all of that stuff. So I have the
Mhm.
whole system all together and it was interesting because you have some folks who catch on quick, who ain't slow. Like we before the show started, y'all. He was looking at Anthony was looking at a video and the man was just talking so slow and trying to explain and let you know and just hey, I am not that slow. So you had people like me in the course, going through it, and then you had people like, now, go back to the first step. Was where is that? Because my screen don't look like yours. Oh my gosh, why didn't you say something when we was at that part? Like, we 5 steps in now. Now they got to go back to help you. Hey, just do a breakout room with them, and that's what they ended up doing because it ended up being like 10 people who got lost somewhere in it. But it was cool. By the end of the whole situation, it was a boot camp. By the end of the 3-day boot camp, 55 people had their Facebook ads launched. So
Yeah,
with that whole system. So I was like, okay, this is cool. And the hands-on attention that they gave us was like, I need to keep working with y'all. But yeah,
yeah.
I was
That's
like, I'm one person. So me doing all of this for several people, this ain't your passion. Don't do that. Don't do that. And the Lord saw, and now that I left that alone, now he's like, now here's some people that you actually want to work with. Thank you, Lord. Okay.
exactly. Yeah, it's a lot. Like even today, I get to the point where I want to fix my website so bad I won't leave. I'm like, no, I just got to get this figured out before I leave the house real quick. So, and then next thing I know, it's been 2 hours. I got shit to do.
I do that. I'd be like, oh, I got to finish working on this. Next thing I know, it like I'll start my day and oh, I'm gonna do this. I start working at 11. I finish my breakfast, and then I'm like, it's 3 o'clock. I've never even stopped to eat lunch. Hold up, I got to fucking eat. Like, get so zoned because I have my moments where it's like I'm not leaving the house today, but that's just because I'm an introvert. But and because it's cold outside, I don't do cold, so I'll have those moments. But it'd be like you're working in the kitchen. So it really don't make no sense for why you hadn't ate. You could literally just the fridge is right there.
Right
You that
there.
focused, ma'am? No. So I'm working on that to try to. I don't know. I guess I don't have an appetite when I'm focused or whatever. I don't know, but I got to fix that because then
Yeah,
lunch run into dinner, and then now what I get to eating too late. It's yeah.
I'm exactly that way too. I don't really get an appetite. I drink a lot of tea. Like I would drink tea all day. I got different types of teas now because I used to
What's your
just
favorite? I need some suggestions. I mostly do like ginger turmeric, but I need some like so right now I have a green tea and which one is it? I think it's green tea and turmeric and ginger. And then I have a ginger peach by Bigelow. So I like that, but like when I go to work, I don't be drinking coffee, which I do drink decaf coffee, but I need like some pip because I'm not a morning person, so I need some
yeah.
with some caffeine. You drink herbal tea, or you like have all kinds?
I got all kinds. I don't even know if I have a favorite because I just like I try to stick to the stuff that really goes for what I'm trying to do. So like when I want to stay up, I'm gonna do some green tea, but I'll put some citrus in it because citrus helps you stay up. So squeeze some
Mm,
lime or some lemon up in it.
like the
Um,
juice or an actual lime or lemon?
I'll get an actual lime or lemon.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And then like you said, the turmeric. So like if my stomach or like if I'm in pain or inflamed or something like that, I'll do something with that in it. Or I'll put some sea moss in it because it's the best way to drink it to me is like to get it with the sea moss.
Hmm.
We have some elderberry tea. That's a really good one. You know what? All right, I got some teas. Burdock root. That's a really good one. Anise. I think that's how you say it. It's like a spice.
Mm,
That's a really good one. But I like the teas that have like multiple in them because,
yeah.
like you get a little mixture of things. So I kind of drink it depending on like what I really need in the moment. Like, am I looking for just energy? Okay, I stick with the green tea because I know that's going to give me energy. And I might put some lemon in it. So I like it basic for the most part, not too crazy. But ginger is kind of a constant, or peppermint. I got some spearmint now. Yeah.
I'm not that adventurous with my teas, so that's why I'm over here asking you. And I'm like, okay, some of these sound good, and then you lost me
Like
with the
I'll do
mint.
the burdock. So here's the thing, I'll do the burdock root if I've been drinking because it cleanses your liver.
Okay,
But it's not a bad flavor either, like
I've
you'd be
never had it. I've
surprised.
heard of it though.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Like, oh, it's not actually a bad flavor. And then like the anise and other things like that. I'm looking back because I'm trying to look at the tea.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
But it
what was
looks like I'm
happening.
just looking at this logo. But yeah, like the anise and all of that. I can't really remember. I want to say it was for like inflammation. So like if I've been working out a lot, my muscles are aching, I'll drink more stuff like that.
Okay.
So yeah, I kind of go off of that.
I just went off of, with the pandemic and stuff, everybody was saying different things that help with immunity. So I know that turmeric and ginger, I actually have some capsules of turmeric and ginger. So when I went to, like, you go to Ross, Burlington's, all the shit that they have right there at the register when you're waiting in line, and they have, like, oh, here's a whole bunch of teas. I looked at that. Okay, green tea, ginger, and turmeric. Let me grab that one. Or
Yeah.
with Bigelow, I like their like I said, their ginger peach and turmeric tea, just because I like peach tea. And then in the summertime, I'll make it like iced tea. So I like that. But then I just recently started paying attention to it. especially since I got to get up in the morning. Well, I've been having to get up in the morning, but it just depends. Sometimes I'd be like, okay, I want some coffee or I want some tea. And now I'm leaning more towards the tea for most days. And yeah, I noticed that the ginger turmeric was an herbal tea. And I was like, I need something to help me wake up in the morning. So
Yeah.
let me push that to the side. We say that for the days that I'm staying at home, then okay. But days I got to go in the office and I got to be crispy, I need me some green tea. And I'm at the point now because I drink decaf coffee that if I drink caffeinated coffee, it's gonna make me jittery unless it's like
Mm.
really, I don't want to say watered down, but like a lot of stuff in it. So if it's like this much coffee and like this much milk, then
Yeah.
I'll probably be okay. So I'm like, let me just stick with the tea. But I do want to get into some more, but I don't know the
The
mint I've been on the fence about and the citrus just because I don't really know why, but
Well, it's really
there's been
all
a
in
few
how
that I
you
like.
it's kind of like you try the different flavors that you like, or you go by how your body feels and what it needs. But then when you really want to do it, like the ginger and turmeric in that from the tea bags isn't really gonna be the same as like if you steam it with like actual the turmeric powder and ginger powder. So if you
Made
steep
me do
some of
extra
that,
stuff.
yeah, if you steep some of that with it, then you're gonna really get some good flavor. So I would say it's not so much about the tea. And if you're looking for flavor, if you get the powders, then you just get like a little teaspoon or something. You're good to go.
I have it. I just mm.
You ever
I think
steam
my
it
main
with like
thing
some
is
oat milk or something, little oat milk or something?
no, that has never crossed my mind. I don't even drink oat milk, first of all, but not to knock anybody that does, but that just never crossed my mind to like steam it with milk. I've just always thought of like water, boiling the water makes the tea.
Yeah.
But I do like milk tea. I like bubble tea.
Yeah,
So
that's exactly, yeah, same idea.
yeah.
I just don't
But I
like
always
the
boil the
regular
tea
milk.
first and then add the milk.
Exactly. You don't you steam it. You don't like, it's not like you just boil a cup of milk.
I
Just
definitely
just
was
find the
thinking
YouTube
that. I
videos.
will, because I
Yeah.
was definitely like, so he just boiling milk on the stove and then throw the tea bag in there.
No,
That
no, no.
sounds like
Then you're just
that's
gonna
some
make a layer
California shit right
a
there. I don't
layer
know
of
how to do
cheese.
that.
That's not what we're doing here. No, 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 no. You steam it, steam it. Little different, little different.
I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google it because I
Similar
definitely
idea.
thought you was out here just boiling milk on the stove. Just okay, that's a new something.
I don't know if you have like we have I learned how to do it officially because we have a Indian grocery store out here. And one of the ladies, she was like selling everything because she had just opened the grocery store. She was like, "Oh, I got fresh meat, blah, 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 this and that." And then I stopped and looked at the tea and she was like, "I teach a class." I was like, "What?"
Man, what don't you do?
Yeah, she taught us how to make the tea and all the different all the spices or what they're used for. And she was like, "Yeah, the stuff in the bag, it's no good." She was like, "This is what you want to do." And she's like, "We only use 8 traditional spices. That's all you need. You just keep these in your cupboard." And then she showed me how to steam it. And I was like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense."
See, now you got me
Because
excited
theirs
because
tastes way different than just having the bag steeping in it's way different.
okay. Now I might need to go to the grocery. I'm probably not, but I'm because I'm thinking like I know my mom does ginger, like she'll like we was talking about earlier, reusing stuff. So she'll boil the ginger to
Mm,
make herself some tea with it. And then once it's softer, and let's say if she were to have a stomach ache, then she would like chew on the softened
mm,
ginger. So I'm like, I might need to do that. I mean, I haven't been having stomach aches or anything like that, but
yeah.
just to help with immunity and things like that. And
Yeah, because ginger will get
mm,
old in the fridge and you end up like, I gotta throw this out now. You're like, well, what was the point? So that's a great way to do it right there. And
because
then
I
once
just
it,
have the powder, like from the seasoning spices aisle. I
yeah,
have that, and I have the turmeric powder as well. But I was just thinking, like, well, maybe I could get me some fresh ginger. I don't
yeah.
plan on leaving the house today, so that's gonna have to happen another time. But
And
didn't.
then here go the fat boy. I mean, then once it gets soft, you could take that, cut it up in little thin slices, caramelize it with a little sugar. Never mind. We want to get into that.
I mean, it sounds good to me because I've been scared to tell my tea recipe because you over here making all this healthy shit. And I'm like, I need 2 tablespoons of sugar before I pour this tea bag in here. Because this green tea, oh my goodness, it was so good, but it was so nasty at the same time. So I went out the Friday before Valentine's Day, and there was this tea bar, which I never even heard of that before. But it was right outside of the place that we went to, this putt shack we went to. So I got a jasmine green tea, and I was like, this is
Oh
good.
yeah, that's really good.
But
Yeah.
it tasted like wet dirt because they didn't put any sugar in it. And I'm not the type to just be like, oh, I'm just going to drink the tea as it. No, I need sugar in my tea. She was like, well, we don't have sugar, but we have the simple syrup and we have honey. Give me some simple syrup. And she
Yeah.
like, squeeze some in there. And I was like, I'm gonna say this is okay, but I'm really not okay with this. I really want you to just keep going.
They had no
Keep going.
agave?
She's
No agave?
simple syrup and honey. That was
Simple
it.
syrup is sugar though, I
It
guess.
is, but I needed more than what she gave me, but I didn't want to be that one
Why was
out
she
there.
simping on it? Is she
I
that's
mean,
messed up.
that was more so me because I could have told her to give me some more, but I was shamed. I was shamed by how much sugar I wanted in my tea. So I waited till I got home, and thankfully it was still hot, and I put some more in there, and I was like, this is so much better. Needed more sugar in here. So I remember I sipped it I was telling my homeboy, I was like, this tastes like wet dirt. But I taste the jasmine and the green tea.
Then there's what's the other one? Hibiscus. I got that now too. I just tried that. That's really good.
Is that a flower?
I believe it is. It's
Okay.
hibiscus. It's kind of like I don't know if you've ever had. Is this the right way to say it? Jamaica or jicama or something?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's a flower, but it's so good. Like
I
I don't,
haven't had that. I've been a little nervous about the flowers, so I'm gonna have to see what that's
yeah.
hitting on. Um
You got to get it from a Mexican spot though. Don't
oh,
don't
okay.
don't
I was
just go
definitely
out there
talking about
just
going to get a tea bag from the grocery store. So
mm, nah.
despite everything that you just said, I'm like, but we're not there yet. So we're gonna go get the bags from the grocery store. My sister really likes it has like this one I just got her just because I misread the label and accidentally stole a box of tea from the grocery store. Um it said I had a free bag of tea. It was a sticker, so I bought the tea and it said there was a free, it was like an echinacea lemon and something else on there. I didn't read it that well. The boy at the self checkout didn't read it that well because I was like, okay, it says I get a free box of tea. Get home, open it. Oh, there is a bag of the echinacea in there. He couldn't peel the sticker off because most of the time you peel the sticker off and it has a little barcode on the back,
Mhm.
and then that's what you scan to get the free box of tea. He was just like, it's so many people over here at this self checkout. He couldn't get it off. He was just like, you know what? Let me just take that off. And then we got home, and my sister was like, so you stealing now? And I was like, well, it's your box of tea, so you you an accomplice in the theft. But either way, I'll try that. I think it's a herbal tea though, but I'm going to hopefully with me working out, I may not need I'm gonna need the energy regardless. I like green tea in the morning. That's just what it is. But I do want to try that because it does have a flower on the front and it has the lemon. Maybe I'll try that today. The echinacea and lemon. I know that's not what you talked about, but that's why it's a plant and it's lemon. And I told you I've been kind of
Yeah.
like staying away from that. So I'm gonna
Echinacea
try that
sounds good.
today because it's already in the house. And again, I don't have to leave to get that. And I will report back to you how that turned out.
For sure,
So I
for
can be
sure.
like, okay, now I can venture out into them names that you just said,
Now
jicama and all them other ones.
I gotta find echinacea now. I don't think I've ever had that.
I sent you a picture. Or maybe I shouldn't because it came from the store and you like to grind your
You
own
know,
flowers and shit up so
I'm gonna
that way
go
you
in.
can make your own
I'm gonna go
tea.
out back real quick, find me the echinacea tree.
Oh
We
man.
grow those around here.
Goodness.
Uh,
Probably is a garden in your neighborhood with that shit for real though.
Speaking of stealing, so I'm at the grocery store and I'm doing my I'm not shopping for myself. I'm doing one of the deliveries
Hmm.
and I leave the grocery store and this little girl comes up to me, "You want to buy some Girl Scout cookies?"
Oh yes, this Girl Scout cookies
And
season.
And I felt so good. Like I felt like I got invited to like a special club. I was like, what? Yes, I want this. But I was on my way to make this delivery, but I was like, well, I could just put this stuff in the back of the car and then I could come right back. So I told the little girl, okay, I'll be back. And I'm already thinking in my head what I want. I want some do-si-do. So I go take everything out, put it in the car. And then now I'm thinking to myself, nah, I'm not finna go back. I don't need to spend $24 on no cookies. I know these cookies about to be expensive. I ain't really got it like that right now. Let me just
$24?
I don't
How
know
many?
how much they is. I'm just assuming that they don't went up because
One box
everything
for
else don't went up. Well,
$24?
they used to be $12, so everything else don't went up in the pandemic. I'm assuming they
Oh,
24
that
now.
is, I guess, because I'm in Georgia. You know, the Girl Scouts started in Savannah. So maybe because I'm in Georgia, these boxes $4 over here. What?
No, they $12 out here. The last time I paid,
Jeez.
it was 12. That's
I
why I
wouldn't be
was
eating no
like,
goddamn Girl
that's
Scout
why
cookies.
that's why I got nervous when I turned around to go return my cart and then walk back to her. I was like, maybe I shouldn't do this. So I went to just return the cart. Somebody left a box of do-si-dos in their cart. So I just picked that up nicely and walked back to
Look
my
at
car.
God. Look at God. He said, my child, you will have these cookies for free.
It's like you not about to pay no $24 for no box. Here you go, fat nigga. I got you. You one of my favorites. Like we gonna get you these cookies.
Got you. I'm looking out for you, cuz. I got you.
I said, this is crazy. I can't believe I got it. I was
They probably
so
came back looking for
excited.
them cookies mad as hell. Hey, you snooze, you lose, my nigga.
My goodness. I was thinking, I was like, I should have just posted that box on Instagram, like lost cookies, please respond. Found that. So
Everybody would have been claiming them cookies, okay? You know what I did lose about? Because how you gonna prove that they lost them?
oh my gosh.
That was just a blessing in disguise.
It
That's all that
definitely
was.
was. It sure was. Cause I sure was I needed them cookies. Like I would definitely have bought 4 boxes. If I went back, I'd have spent $75, $80. So that's
Wow,
the
that is
blessing in itself.
crazy.
The
Just the price alone is blowing me. I'm over here like not making life decisions, but just being like, okay, well, which ones do I want? Which ones am I actually gonna eat? Okay, because they got this new flavor, the Adventurefuls. That's what I'm trying to find. All right. So my sister work at a high school, so I'm like, which one of your kids sell Girl Scout cookies, and which one got them Adventurefuls? It's like a brownie. Have you heard of it?
never.
It's a brownie. The cookie is supposed to resemble like a brownie. So it's a chocolate cookie, and in the middle is kind of like almost kind of like scooped out like the tagalongs where it has the peanut butter in the little dip in the middle. But in the middle of this one, it's caramel with a little bit of sea salt, and then they got a little chocolate drizzle on top. I said, I need this in my life. Who got these cookies? And I can't find Nan Girl Scout. And I'm like, okay, well, they have the Girl Scout cookie app. The app just tells you where to go to where they are. But I'm like, I'm not about to drive to wherever these little girls are. And I don't know if they have the cookies. You don't even tell me what your inventory is. Then one of my friends was like, oh, well, the Girl Scouts are moving towards like online. So you can buy the cookies online and pay like whatever of a little extra and they'll ship to you. So I'm like, okay, well, let me get on Facebook and find a Girl Scout troop that I can support or an individual Girl Scout that I can support. The links that I found, the one that had the Adventurefuls was out there with you in California. And I'm like, okay, well, that's all right. I'll order from the Girl Scout of California. I will have it shipped to me. Local pickup only. But the rest of the cookies, the ones that we're used to seeing, the tagalongs, the trefoil Samoas, you could have those.
They in the Bay? Where they at? I'll pick them up.
They were in California. I don't remember where. I just got so disappointed. I closed the shit. And I was like,
if
well, let
they
me
in the
find
Bay,
another one.
if they're in the Bay, I'll pick them up for you.
Let me go do my research because I ain't got no word back about these children in Georgia having these motherfucking cookies, but I want them cookies. And then there's another one called Lemon Ups where it's like, I don't know if it's a lemon cookie or a shortbread cookie, but it's got lemon icing on it. And I'm like, I want to see what that's
out with
about.
new flavors?
I feel like they come out with new ones every year because the s'mores ones, they've had them for a couple years. And I know, like, I had tried, I was so disappointed because I do like toffee a little bit, and they had a toffee-tastic cookie. So disappointed.
I've never heard of
it's
any
gluten-free.
of these.
Oh my gosh. It's like I'm out here knowing all the snacks. Okay.
I thought they had just the original.
I got the Girl Scout plug. I got the Girl Scout plug. I know about all the snacks coming out. Twinkie about to drop a new cream, shoot all in your mouth.
Got them at the distribution center right there next to you. Right. You could show up at 5 a.m. They'll be open. I know
But
you be up.
yes, let me tell you, since we got a minute. Let me see what the app tell you. Tell me what it tell me, what it tell you. Hold on.
Oh, you finna look now?
This what it looked like. It's not
Oh,
focused.
that's the brownie one?
Yes.
Oh, that did look good.
Meet the cookies. That's what it say. Hold on, let me get a focus going.
Oh, it look almost like a
Oh,
Reese's cup.
that's a zoom. That's a focus. That is an adventureful.
Okay.
Girl Scouts do not support this podcast, not yet, but
Mm, we
but yes,
definitely working on it. I will buy more cookies if they sponsor this podcast.
it's an indulgent brownie inspired cookie with caramel flavored cream and a hint of sea salt. Then they have caramel chocolate chip, and I was like, I want some of that, but that's gluten free, and I feel like it's gonna be gross, so we're not gonna do that. Caramel delight Samoas, Dosey Does, Girl Scout s'mores, our new crunchy graham sandwich cookies with creamy chocolate and marshmallowy filling.
Whoa, that's got to be some Savannah exclusives. I should have
It's
walked back
on
to
the
that.
app, so it's got to be available other places. Lemonades, tangy lemon ice topped shortbread cookies. Then there's lemon ups,
Oh my
crispy
goodness.
lemon cookies baked with motivational messages. I see it's something on here, so
Who is the food scientist there that's coming up with this? Because they sound like they got the greatest palate ever.
very much so. Then the tag-alongs, the shortbread, trefoils, thin mints,
Okay, I
toast
know what
yay,
this is.
toast yay, a
Oh my.
toast-shaped cookie full of French toast flavor, and the Girl Scout trefoil on top. That's that's toast yay.
Okay.
Is this backwards for you, or you can read it regular?
I'm just looking at the cookie. I couldn't read nothing.
That's the lemonades,
Okay.
and that's the lemon ups. Is that
All right, I
focused?
remember the lemon ups. Okay, I remember those. I think those were new when I saw them too. I was like, "Oh, these new? I ain't never heard of these before."
Girl Scouts got a new drop. But yes, I was like, if I go to the grocery store and these little heifers is outside, I'm getting some. And then this is the toffee tastic that I thought was going to be so delicious, and they're gluten free, so they were gross. Which I mean, everything gluten free isn't gross because Fruity Pebbles are actually gluten free, and they're quite delicious. But for some reason, those cookies were not.
Yeah, some stuff just be hit or miss when it come to gluten free.
Hmm. And them cookies were definitely a miss. Shit was nasty.
Well, I guess that's a great way to end the podcast right there. Sugar cookies.
Snack
Hope that
plug.
now, if there's any way to motivate you, it's a Girl Scout cookie.
Whew, let me work out enough so I can burn off enough calories so I can eat this sleeve of cookies.
Because I definitely ate a sleeve yesterday, and I got one sleeve in the back seat of the car just waiting on me. So I need to go work out and train. So, with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in to the Domestic Athlete Training Podcast with your host, Anthony T, and
Blondie Lockhart.
right here on Oakland Sunshine. All right. And also remember, tune in live every Sunday, 7 a.m. We go live on YouTube now as well. So if you're a YouTube watcher, you can comment with us and we can put it live on the screen. But until next time, love life.